Are you gonna come out? What are you doing? Come on outside. Stop being weird. I'm gonna make him even more weird because I'm filming him right now. Hi, Floppycatters. It's quarantine vlog 6. And today is really nice. It's supposed to be in the 80s, which is a little unusual for this time of year. The sun is shining, my viburnum is blooming. It smells incredible. I mean, the smell is like completely intoxicating. Get him, Gao Gao. Where'd you go? There he is. Did you hear the little meow squeak? Go ahead. Go ahead. So I have a list of questions that people asked in our last video, and I left that downstairs. So I'm gonna try to remember from the best of my ability. So in our quarantine vlog number 5, I asked people to ask me questions that I could answer while I was vlogging, obviously watching the cats and whatnot. I need to go find Charlie, actually. So let's go find him. I think he's over here, but first I'll show you a close-up of if I burn him. Yeah, there's Charlie. These are delicious. You have no idea how incredible they smell. Like, oh, it is so intoxicating. Hi, you want to say hi? Yes, that's so nice. Okay, before I get into any questions, I wanted to clear something up. So, I have a master's in Spanish, and my sister and I went to Mexico, and right before this whole COVID-19 stuff hit, there are no sticks to play. There are no sticks. There are no sticks. And when I was there, so out of all the abilities of Spanish, you know, reading, writing, and speaking, or ability of any language, reading, writing, and speaking, speaking is my worst of all the 3, just because I haven't had a lot of practice. But what I did take a phonetics class in Spain, like how to pronounce Spanish for Americans, or it actually was a phonetics class for everyone. It wasn't for Americans, and it because we had British people in there and something else. I want to say we had like other European countries in there too, like Italians and whatnot. So they would just tell you, you know, like how to pronounce like an A in Spanish versus an A in English or whatever. So somebody was watching our quarantine vlog number 5 and said that I grossly mispronounced quarantine in Spanish, and yes, I did, and I did it on purpose because I was amused when my sister and I were in Mexico when I would hear Americans pronouncing the words in Spanish. So I was just imitating that. Kind of like if you don't know what the word is in Spanish, then you just like use an an English word to create the word in Spanish, which sometimes actually can work in your favor, other times not so much. Like constipated is a false cognate. So if you say like constipado, it actually means you have a cold. Or constipado is cold. It's not that you're constipated. Another one that's a false cognate is embarazada, which means you're pregnant, and you might think that it means embarrassed, but no, it means you're pregnant. So the way that you say quarantine in Spanish is cuarentena. So and you could say like in these times of like during the quarantine, you could say en estos tiempos de cuarentena is how you would say it. So I wanted to clear that up because I didn't want people to think that I was serious about that. Okay, moving on. Somebody asked about color patterns in cats and ragdoll cats. So there are two things. There's the color and then there's a pattern. So my cats have different colors. Trigg is blue and Charlie is seal. So the gray coat is blue and the brown coat is seal. And that is most notable by their ears and their face and their tail. Then on top of that, what makes them look different, like what makes Trigg look different than just a blue mitted, is that he's blue lynx mitted. So his pattern is lynx and mitted. Charlie's pattern is mitted with a blaze. So the blaze is his little white stripe down his nose. Boo-boo. That. And then the mitted, obviously, are the mitts on his paws and the mitts on his hind legs as well. Now, the lynx on Trigg so lynx are stripes, right? Like lynx are, and actually, I think the US is the only country that calls it lynx. I think everybody else calls it tabby. So if you were looking for a blue lynx mitted in Australia, I think you look for a blue tabby mitted. Correct me if I'm wrong, Australians. So his face, you can see the stripes in his fur, but also the white eyeliner around his eyes, and then the white mustache that he has is what makes him a lynx. And then he obviously is mitted as well. And he kind of has stripes on his legs, but you can tell the stripes way more on his face. Let's see if I can get him. He's not gonna want me to hold him steady. I know, sorry. Can I just see your face? So you can really see the stripes there. Thank you, baby, I like you. So that was one of the questions. And I will try to address these questions over the course of some time or over the course of several of these videos, so that each one isn't really long. The other question that I received was, how do I keep Charlie and Trigg clean? Do I bathe them on a regular basis? This is a big thing for me, and I don't know. There's certain things that I feel passionately about, but then I don't really have an understanding of why I feel passionately about it, other than I just do. There's no talking me out of it. I just do. So I believe strongly that bathing cats is wrong. And unless they're sick, they have diarrhea, and you can't get it off their fur otherwise, but routinely bathing of cats is completely unnecessary. And I think it strips the oils from their coat. I think if they have a proper diet and they're healthy, there's absolutely no reason to bathe them. Hi, baby. So I have bathed cats. You can find a video on Facebook, on YouTube, of me bathing my cat Rags with my mom when my cat Rags was 19 years old. But I don't have a stick. Nobody wants to see my feet. My parents had a pool at the time, and so he went for a swim, and he had chlorine on his coat. He also wasn't taking good care of his coat by that time because he had a couple of health problems. So I had to get the chlorine off his coat and get him clean. And because he was old, like I said, with health problems, he wasn't taking care of his coat, so it was imperative that he get bathed, and that's when I think it's fine. I know that people that show, ragdolls and other cats bathe their cats on a regular basis, and that's fine. It's fine for them. I just don't agree with it at all. So what Charlie is doing right now, is how they stay clean. I do if they have muddy paws, like if we went out today and it had rained last night, I will go in and dip their paws. I go in and fill my sink with like that much water, and then I dip their paws in it, and then I wipe them off. But I don't submerge them in water or anything like that. Ooh, how good does the sun feel? It feels so good, Wooey. It feels so good. Okay, Wooies. I think that's it for this one. You got a mat right there. Charlie gets a lot of mats when he sheds his winter coat, and it's very hard to keep up with because he hates to be groomed. That's one reason too that I know that when people are like, God, they have such gorgeous coats, how do you keep up with them? I'm like, I can't, because they hate being brushed so much. Charlie just doesn't have a lot of oil in his coat. He doesn't have, so it doesn't keep the hair separated when he molts his coat. Yes. Hi, baby. You good kitty. Oh, that sun feels so good. Yes, that sun feels good for everybody. That sun good for everybody. Help everybody stay happy. All right, guys. We will see you next time, and thanks so much for watching. Bob, where are you gonna go? Are you gonna take a bath? Tell everybody to take a bath. So take a bath, take a bath, take a bath.